Hey guys, I just wanted to make you a video about transitioning from a day job to your sole purpose job. All right, and I say that in air quotes because there are always lots of different iterations that your sole purpose job will take on for sure. So we'll say your first sole purpose job. Now, a lot of people stop themselves from heading into their purposeful work because they think that they're going to have to automatically quit their full-time job. And this really just isn't true. It's just a way for your mind to sabotage you from doing the work that you'd love to do. It's not true. You can transition in any number of ways. For me, I literally took like 10 years to transition, though I wasn't consciously trying to. It just worked out that way. For you, if you know that you're wanting to set up a business around the work that you're going to want to do, then you can transition much faster. But you still don't have to go it, all or nothing. So here's what I did. I worked full-time for a long time, and I did my purpose work on the weekends. And that included having some office hours at a local center, and it also included them booking me for readings and classes. So I would they would either set the appointment up and I would just go in at that time, or I would have open hours and people would come to see me at those hours. Then eventually I started to teach, and so after working hours, I would hold classes and people would show up. And, I could do all of that around having a day job. And so a couple years later, I started working part-time, and I had more going on with my purpose work. So I could do more readings, I could do more classes, I could do more stuff during the day. And I still had a part-time job to support me and give me more steady income on the side. And eventually, I became a temp, and I started working like 6 months on and then 6 months off. And so I kind of went back and forth between full-time purpose work and full-time, regular work. And I still wasn't in business building mode yet, though. My 6 months of work was more like save up money so that I could travel during those extra 6 months, and then do a little bit of work. I still wasn't in like I said, business building mode. I still wasn't trying to make that my full-time income. I really didn't know how at that point. And so then after that, I even went to school full-time, and I stopped working altogether, just doing a little bit of purpose work on the side. And then, as you guys know, just last May I graduated, and that's when I really went into full-time business building mode, and it's been effortless ever since. It's just been so much fun, and now I have a full-time income doing my purpose work. So did it have to take me 10 years? Totally not, no. When I really started getting serious about making this income be my full-time income was only about a year ago. So that's when I started learning about business and learning about what it takes to get clients and how to market yourself and all that. So learning about that stuff really does make a difference. It's, a lot of times we can be the best service provider, the best healer, the best psychic ever, but if we don't know how to get clients, and we're not going through that process of trying to get clients so that we can, bump up against all of these belief systems that we put up against we're not worth it, it's not spiritual to make money. You have to kind of actively go through that stage of stripping down all that stuff so that you can allow the amount of clients and money that you want to come into your life. Because unless you're really going there, you're not even aware of how much stuff is there. So that's why I did create the Soul-Centered Business Bootcamp, so that we could all do that together and turn ourselves from amazing service providers into amazing business people too, so that we could support ourselves doing this life-changing, world-changing work. All right. Love you guys. Let me know how you're transitioning. Let me know how you're doing it. Are you stopping yourself from doing your purpose work because you feel like you're going to have to, be poor for a while? Or are you doing the transition like I did, where you're working part-time or you're working on and off? Let me know. I would love to hear about it. Okay, bye. Bye, guys. Love ya.